Hey, it's Kevin E. Here I am. You know, that guy from rural Tennessee. It's like Kevin E. from Tennessee. We can just go with that. Back with another intro video. As you consider getting into the Actor OS program with me, this is another one of those where I just am a big mindset guy. I want to make sure that because there's so many different disciplines about acting, it's imperative to me that if you come into this program, since it's about the business of show business, that you have a sense of where my psychology is at in terms of viewing the profession because it gets laced all throughout the program. It comes in and out a lot. So it's important to me that you have a sense of that. And part of that comes from the fact that, listen, being an actor it's a skill set. And it's a talent and a skill set that's a standalone skill set. We use ourselves, but psychologically, the more we can separate ourselves from the business reality, it makes it a bit of a non sequitur, but it's amazingly helpful because when we perform psychologically, that's a artistic use of ourselves, obviously. But when you think about the business, they only think about how to sell you. And even though it seems separate, we all know it actually affects their decisions, affects how we feel because it's a bit of an oxymoron. I mean, guys, I'm a Pisces from the rural South. Holy crap. There's an oxymoron for you. The show is just personal, but we have to find a way psychologically to be at peace every day with the fact that the business isn't. And it's a hard leap because what happens with the business, or more often what doesn't happen with the business, affects us psychologically. And I don't want it to. And I don't want it to in a healthy way. It's going to in certain ways, but I want it to not in a healthy way as you get into the Actor OS program and what it's going to provide for you. Because, we focus on artistic decisions. They focus on commerce decisions, and we're always trying to sort of get them to be like us and think of it, but they don't. They're not ever going to. It's not their job. So psychologically, getting you into this space is a really big important part of that. And we actors provide pieces of art that are a part of a mosaic for money. And commonly, when we're not making our own project, you go make your own project, then you get to look at it from both sides. But when we're not making our own project, we forget that we're pieces and parts of a big picture that's about some serious money and somebody putting up some serious cash. And that's why it's really good psychologically to begin to learn how to separate those two out so that it doesn't affect you. And also psychologically, just know that I'm the guy who wants the program to help you build a career, not just have 15 minutes of fame. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, it's totally cool. You do whatever you want to do. But my psychology with the Actor OS is about, building a career. And it's also understanding that if you're creating regular activity, wherever you're an actor, any city, any country, then you're already winning. We get caught up in the results of being booked and being cast and being hired. I totally understand that. But because it's such a subjective business, psychologically, if you have created a career where you have regular, legitimate actor activity, the direction you want, winning. And that's a really important part to remember because it cannot be all about the result when 98, 99% of the time we don't get hired. So knowing and embracing the idea that the more you know how they truly think, the better chance you have of success is a really important place for you to get to. And the Actor OS program is going to help you get there without a doubt. I mean, we're commonly upset when we get cast perhaps in a stereotypical way, but the truth of the matter is when you look at stars and people who are successful, that's exactly how that one project or that first TV show or that whatever actually helped create their stardom, was something that we might have called back then a stereotype of some kind, because that's how you gain credibility and how you work more for money. I mean, I know that a lot of us want to change the world, and you can go make your own project and do that. But if you're just talking about the psychology of an actor and the psychology of a profession, work first, gain credibility, then use that strength and power to go and change perhaps the world with a particular project you've done. Because monetary consideration alters artistic decisions. It always has, and it always will. It's just, It's the nature of what we do, and it shouldn't upset you, as to be honest with you, you've done it many times in your life. Remember what I said about analogies? You choose cars, apartments, clothes based on the consideration of money. And so that's just the nature. And I have a quote that I made up. This is the one Kevin E. West wrote about the psychology of what we deal with. And it's that when you have the ability to be objective regarding how others subjectively view you, then what I'm telling you is it creates an extraordinarily powerful business minded actor. Never forget that when you have the ability to be objective about how they subjectively see you, man, that is a psychological separation that is outstanding and will keep you fueled in pursuing your career for a long time to come. I'll see you soon.